Have you ever wondered how a simple compliment brightens up your day? A simple wow lifts up your mood, but at the same time, a little what is this just brings down your morale. A little what the hell have you done kills your spirits. Today's conversation starts from this. Who validates you? We will be talking about validation. What's the meaning of validation? How does validation help us become who we are? This and many others will be discussed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Uncovered here on the Light Media, where we talk about identity, pleasure, and returning to your own self. Joining me in this conversation this afternoon is a personality. He's a youth leader, a financial broker, who also offers interior decoration services. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I make welcome Mr. Emmanuel Omadasi.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. So let's start with something simple.
Oh, okay.
When we're talking about validation, in simple terms, what can we call validation?
Yeah, in simple terms, we can call validation acceptance, approval. In simple terms, let's put it that way: acceptance or approval.
Acceptance or approval. Mr. Emmanuel says, as the validation can simply be put as acceptance or approval. Now, acceptance and approval. There are sometimes we accept some things, but it's not been approved. And there are cases in which some things are approved, but not accepted. How do we maneuver such as this?
Well, we can go further by bringing these two words into lower terms, right? So when we talk about approval and acceptance, let's start from approval. Or let's start with acceptance then.
Okay.
Some things are rightly accepted, while some things are wrongly accepted. But generally, some people think majorly all things should be accepted, right? So the moment you feel you are being approved, there's a section in you that feels I am rightly accepted. So you use the word rightly when you are being approved. It means personally you are rightly accepted. So some things are accepted, whereas not should be approved. Why some things are approved? Just because they are rightly accepted.
That's very long. But can we say that, or can we ask, why do people need approval before they can say, okay, yes, since people have approved me, then I am becoming who I am, or I am the person that I am? Why is human approval needed?
Generally, historically, let's put it this way: human beings are social beings, and we were taught that, or we were brought up in a way whereby, even in the society, there's need to be accepted. Not being accepted sometimes can trigger an emotion that you are alone. Not being accepted sometimes can feel you are just pushed away on one side. So generally, humans find it easy when they are accepted. Generally, historically, right from time, humans find it easy that I am accepted in this particular group of people, in a community, in a society, in the church, in the mosque. I have been accepted. Historically, humans are social parts, are social beings. So being accepted is actually not wrong. It's actually not wrong.
Now, if I'm talking of approval, or if I'm talking of validation, to me, I see it as a two-sided thing, both the internal and external. There are times that I am doing something that deep down within myself, I don't give myself the pass mark that I'm doing this thing right. But probably the world sees it and they're like, wow, you are doing well. If you can just add a little bit of this to this, you can do this, you can do that.
Yes.
Now that is the external part, starting from myself.
Yes.
Now to the internal part, starting from myself, while the external part talks of the audience, the world at large. So now, should our major validation be internal or external?
Well, to me, I feel the external validation. But let's start from this way. Validation itself could be external could be internal. But the moment we find it too excessive, the moment we take validation too much, that every time we just need to be validated, it is getting out of hands. So the moment you start feeling, you are not feeling your self-worth, you are not feeling you have, or you are just thinking I am valuable when others say I am valuable, I am good when they say I am good, I am okay when they say I'm okay. That's wrong. So the moment it becomes excessive, that's wrong. So there should be something in you, inside of you, that says I am valuable, I can validate myself, I can bring the best out of myself. You shouldn't wait for an external force to push you. You shouldn't. Although an external force sometimes is applicable in moving you, in bringing you to close journey, but then it shouldn't be something you have to long for at all times. That if they say I am bad, that is I am bad. If they say I am good, that is I am good. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. So when it becomes too excessive, that's wrong. So there should be an internal force within yourself that you can validate yourself and know that you are good, even when others can say you're bad. I am good. So that's internal force of validation.
Now you talk about the self-worth. Now you want self-worth.
Yes.
And one me able to control the excess. Now let's put it this way. What are the signs, or what are the early signs that can show that, okay, I am living for approval. I am living mainly on what people say, or for what, because of what people say, that that's what I'm living my life on, and not defining my life according to what is ought to be, or what I am expected to be.
Number one, I would say people like that tend to find it hard to make decisions themselves. One, that's the very first sign you see. When you find it hard to make decisions yourself, you just want to run to people, you just want to bring it to the table. Can you help me decide? Can you, at every slightest point, you just want people to decide for you, which is wrong. Which is wrong. Fine, you may actually need people at every junction of your life, but not at all times that they need to give you the total remark of your decision, right? And number two, difficulty in saying no. At every slightest point, when they just bring something to you, they offer and you are accepting. No. Difficulty in saying no, saying yes. All right. So these are just early signs you start seeing that shows that you are taking the external validation too excessive. These are the early signs you see.
Now you said something and that reminds me of a nursery rhyme. Do not say yes when you mean to say
no.
Because if you look at the word generally nowadays, people find it difficult to say the word no. Even there are times that if you ask the question deep down within yourself, you know that the answer I ought to give is a no. But if I say no, you'll be counting, oh, this will be at stake, this will happen, this, and that, trying to count the costs of what will happen as a result of saying yes, of saying no, and not saying yes. But in the other way, if you said yes, if you said no, at that point in time, means that you have added advantage to yourself that's going to benefit you. Because of what people say, most people tend to fall into this degree and fall into this sequence of saying no, of saying yes when they have to say no, and saying no when they have to say yes. How do we come out of that sequence?
All right. Firstly, I would like to thank you for this question, because majorly that's what we are currently facing in this generation. You see, the people-pleasing behavior that's actually gone out of hands. That everyone just wants the best for them. In fact, it could be that you can be in a setting of some group of people that what you just need out of them is what they can offer you, what you are longing for. So if you are bringing your own self-opinion or your own self-purpose in that group, in that vicinity, in that sitting, and they are offering you something that is outside your purpose, something that is outside what you know of, just because you just want what you are longing for with them, you can actually say yes when you meant no. So people pleasing, sometimes we please people not because we really want it, not because we really adore what they are giving us or what they are bringing to the table or what they are offering it, right? But we please them just because of what we are after. Which sometimes later or later in the future, it affects you, it boils down to you. So let your yes be yes, let your no be no. So what I think is actually wrong is the moment we stop thinking, or the moment we stop having this I just need to please this person. No, you can't please everybody. People definitely will still later find out who you are. So why don't you just let people know who you are right now, instead of just letting them know who you are later on. Let them know your stand. You really can't please everybody. So that's where it boils in from. When you're trying to please people and they are trying to, you understand, they're trying to offer you what they shouldn't, and you're accepting. So you are people pleasing personality.
People pleasing personality, PPP. We are going to discuss more in our next episode, because next episode is titled Borrowed Identity. When we get here, we are going to discuss that. But for today, now, talking of validation, there are some times that the validation that comes is just pure silence. It's not a yes, it's not a no. People tend to just be like, they see or they look, but they not see. Everything that we are doing, that's as I'm doing everything, no one gives you a praise, no one gives you a rebuke. You are just there being alone. And most times, most people often look like, oh, since no one even cares, no one talk good, no one talk bad, maybe this that I'm doing, I don't even know. So what advice or what can be done to salvage such situation?
All right, so we have people like that, you know, not saying no, not saying yes, due to no appraisal, no praise, no whatever, and all that, and you feel, all right, what advice can I give? Firstly, I will tell you, when people praise you for what you do, which is totally right and accepted, that should be an addition to your internal validation. Do not expect people's appraisal all the time. When people praise you, there's nothing wrong in people praising you, but don't take it too much on your head that when they don't praise you, you get left out, you get discouraged. All right? When they praise you, when men praise you, that should be an external force to move you, to push you to do more. But that shouldn't be your total expectation. No. I've been in times without number, I've been in occasions whereby I feel I should be praised, but then nothing, and I get discouraged. But they should pray. I started thinking that this is wrong. If I continue this way, I will be drowned. I can't continue this way. So I started implementing another new factor. So please, when people do not praise you, they are not wrong, and you are not wrong. Focus on where you are going. Praise or no praise, I am okay. I can be the best of myself, and I am validated.
Praise or no praise, I can be the best of myself, and I will keep on going. Okay, now let's talk. There's something generally in the world nowadays. There are even some set of people, we call them critics. Even if you do the best of your power, of your ability, you will still find faults in everything that you are doing. How do we handle critics and criticism generally?
Okay, of course, we have people that are just good at criticizing at every time you do things. They always find faults and all of that. One, how do you handle such people? Keep doing your best. Don't feel discouraged. Keep doing your best. Two, criticism sometimes helps you to pass through the next ordeal, to jump through the next ordeal. I would have loved to share a story, but it's a bit long. A king trying to get his princess married, and he told the guys in the village, whoever can pass through a river with crocodiles, with all other reptiles, will get to marry my daughter. Nobody was there to pass through, but suddenly they just saw a guy step into the water and found his way outside the other end. And when he landed, he came out of the water, swam through, and he asked, who pushed me? Nobody pushed him. He was like, who pushed me? He didn't go himself. Somebody had pushed him. So what am I trying to say? Criticism sometimes pushes you to do what is needed. Don't feel discouraged. you need it sometimes. Yeah, you need it sometimes. You need people talking bad about you just so you know that no, this is not me. I can do better. And you won't relent. So keep doing keep doing your best, and don't ever mind what critics are saying. Just keep going.
Just keep going. I think I'm hearing that word more often these days. Just keep going. Either critics or no critics. Even can we say that if you are doing something and there's no criticism, that they probably have not put in your best? Can we put it that way?
Well, it depends on your relationship. It depends with people that are surrounding you. I would love to say, watch those you move with, watch those you move with, watch your mates, select your friends, select your circle, right? So whenever you feel I don't have anyone who is criticizing me, one, you should watch who are those around me. And whenever you feel I have people who are criticizing me, you should also watch who are those around me. So critics or no critics, watch those around you.
Okay, let me just paraphrase what Mr. Emmanuel says to my own term. That is, choose your critics by yourself. Choose your critics by yourself. Yeah. Watch those that surround you. Those that surround you, among those that surround you, we have those that will praise and approve what you're doing. Yes. And also you have those that will criticize you. Yes. And mind you, criticism sometimes is like a caution, telling you, okay, you need to do more, you need to do this. I try to say something that in my group of friends, if I'm moving with 3 friends, at least there must be one that must be aligned together. There must be one that must be tougher in the team. So that one that is tough in the team, that is my own critic. I've used my hand to choose my own critic. So I know that's okay. If I have a decision to take, or I have something very difficult to handle, I know that, so once I involve this person in this stuff, no matter how difficult it is, I will tend to leave him to that way. So do what? Choose your critic by yourself. Now, let us look at these aspects, the aspect of emotional intelligence and validation. Yeah. You said earlier that we are social beings.
Yes.
And as social beings, our emotions also react. Even if we think that, oh, I don't want to react, I don't want to respond to this. But emotionally, now imagine I've been doing something, maybe I started something at 8 a.m. and you come in at 3 p.m. and just said, shit. That's that word. Just said it. If I never know to react, my emotions will speak. I will feel somehow that's, oh, despite all my efforts, despite everything. Now imagine another person came and just said, wow. Now, how do we handle emotional intelligence and validation? Emotional intelligence and criticism. Emotional intelligence and appraisal. Emotional intelligence and silence. How do we coin this together?
All right. So I would like to say, those who do not work on their emotions, they are in a dangerous path. You really need to work on your emotions, because we are in a world system that they're full of critics. Yeah, the world system is full of critics, either you're good or bad. And note, you can never ever please everyone, right? Even to the least of all, you can't please everyone. So there will always be a point in your life whereby you feel, I think this is it. I think I'm giving up. So one thing you should watch, are you a person that had worked on his or her emotions? Is your emotion not getting into line? So one thing I can actually advise such scenario or situation, that first you need to ask yourself, have I worked on my emotions? Am I not a weak being? Am I not a weak being? Are you a strong person that can handle pressure? Handle pressure. In this world system, there are a lot that will come your way. Pressure, critics, and every other thing. Are you strong enough? So it all boils down to you. How have I taught myself? How have I trained myself? How have I handled? Are you getting what I'm saying? So you just really need to work on your emotions and yourself in general.
Thank you very much for that, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are being told to work on our emotions, to work on how we handle critics. But there's this was it I read this in a book, or I had someone said it, that handle praises the same way you will handle critique. When people praise you, when people criticize you, you're like, no matter. So also when people praise you, just feel like, moving on. I don't really count it. Can we make that as a standard? As okay, we should handle both in the same way, or should we handle one than the other?
All right. What I would like to say to that is that I feel it's best to handle it the same way. All right. So as a person, I tell people there's this joy within me, either good or bad. I am joyful. Either I am being appraised or not, I am joyful. Either you see the good side of me or the bad side, I am joyful. Either you keep complaining about me or you keep clapping for me, I am still joyful. So what you should do, have this joy within you. Either I'm being criticized or not, or being appraised, there's this joy within me. So that joy doesn't actually tells the difference. Either you are being appraised, you are joyful. You are being criticized, look at you are good for nothing. Thank you, I am still joyful. Are we getting it? I am still joyful. So the joy within you speaks better.
The joy within you speaks better. Either people praise you or people condemn you, or people don't even care about you, they don't even see you, maybe they are just silent about whatever you are doing. Just be joyful. Simply put, just be yourself. Just keep doing that which you are doing, that you know it is the right thing to do. Now, we talked about PPP the other time, people pleasing personalities. If someone after this edition saw this and realized that, oh, so far so good, I've been people pleasers, I've been people pleasing personality, how does such person come out of this and become the real version that he or she is expected to be?
How do you come out of this? You really need to start from the very first beginning. That is one, you have to start making decisions for yourself. All right. You have to start knowing when to say yes and when to say no, and that boils down with your convenience. Whatever you're not convenienced with, whatever is not your way, that is no. Okay, whatever you feel you can manage, that is yes. So first, make decisions yourself, take decisions yourself, and walk in that path that you feel you're convenienced with. All right. So you can't please everyone. All right. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is not to come on earth to please everyone. I guess if we should talk in the Christian religion way, we can say that's Jesus' purpose, right? Came here to die and all of that, and yet was even still being crucified. All right. So your purpose is to come, make a difference, and live a fulfilled life. So you can't please everyone. All right. Do your best, make decisions yourself, and stop pleasing people. All right. And how do you know that I really have to set some group of people that I wouldn't want to please? Right. Know them, know the categories of people you stay with, the categories of people you love with, not those that want the best of you, right? And not those that are just there always speaking bad, always condemning you. All right. So set your categories right and make decisions yourself. That's the very first startup.
Know when to say yes and when to say no. Know the categories of people you work with. Know yourself and make decisions on yourself. Okay, after taking these steps, what are the signs that will show that, okay, now I'm living a more realistic life and not based on people's approval?
All right, good. What are the signs that show forth? One, you see that you start living a fulfilled life and you have peace. I've been in situations whereby I please people and down of me, I can't feel it. I don't feel like I shouldn't have done this. Why did I even? Are you get what I'm saying? So when you start making these decisions, you start taking these steps, you feel peace within yourself. You feel alive. You feel I own myself, right? I own myself. I have dignity. I have dignity. I have the integrity, and I am satisfied. All right. So you feel peace. You'll be satisfied, and you have your integrity.
You feel peace, you are satisfied, and you have your integrity.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, come, let's listen to it. Maybe this validation is not something that we need to be echoing in our ear, but it should stays up silently from our mind. Looking at what you are doing and having the confidence that yes, I'm happy I'm able to achieve this. Yes, I'm able to do this. So this week, this is your task for this week. From everything that you are doing, check yourself. Am I doing this to please people, or I am doing this to to be the real version of myself. Mr. Emmanuel, it's nice having you
Thank you very much.
on this program,
Thank you very much.
and you've dished us a whole lot, and we really appreciate it.
Thank you very
We
much.
believe and we hope that next time we call you, you are going to answer us.
Of course, of course.
So, can you just give us a closing word or word of encouragement before we call it a day on the show today?
All right. Word of encouragement. Even when others say you are not valuable, say to yourself, I am valuable. Even when others say I don't really care. It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your friends, it could be your pastor, it could be your imam, it could be anybody, your friends, your colleagues. You are good for nothing. Can you just look at a mirror and look at the best you see, right? Just take a mirror, look at yourself, reflect on yourself and speak to yourself. I am valuable, right? You can even make that a daily routine. I am Adas Emmanuel Endurance. I am valuable. I am good and I can bring the best of myself. I am the best version of myself and I can do it. Whatever it is I've set in front of me, I can do it and I can make it possible. And the Lord will help me. I have the strength provided in me. I can do all things. I can do all things. So when others look down on me, I look up on myself and I can do it. So make that a daily routine. You are valuable. You are valuable. Very, very valuable.
Make this a routine. I, Glory Emmanuel Olorenson, I am valuable. And this is me signing out on Uncovered for this week. We have talked about validation. Who validates you? Ladies and gentlemen, validate yourself more than others do. So next time we shall come your way again. For comments, observations, questions, do well to reach us to us. Show the contact being displayed on the screen. And also, you can drop your comments in the comment section. Till next time we shall come your way again to discuss borrowed identity. Keep being you. And don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Bye.